During today's lecture, we'll define both theory and leadership and provide you with examples of various leadership theories. As you watch and listen, think of situations in which you've noticed leaders exemplifying the theory being explained. How do their theoretical choices help or hinder their leadership?
A theory consists of structured and interrelated concepts, assumptions, and generalization that explain and predict phenomena. Theory and research are tied together. Theory guides the research in what to look for, and the research provides the findings. Your dissertation study will be grounded in theory. A historical look at organizational theory dates back to the early 1900s management perspectives. Scientific management was based on Frederick Taylor's factory model or assembly line model, focusing on managing individual workers. Taylor provided managers with explicit guidelines for improving production based on proven research and identified one best way to perform a task. Administrative management identified functions such as planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. Management perspectives were criticized for their narrow task focus and ignoring the social and psychological needs of workers. The human relations approach emerged from the Hawthorne studies. The Hawthorne studies manipulated workers' environmental factors, such as lighting, rest periods, length of the workday, as well as incentives to workers. The manipulated factors did not impact performance. Researchers discovered that improvement in productivity was due to human social factors such as morale, feelings of belonging, motivation, participating in decision-making, and effective communication.
Chester Bernard of the New Jersey Telephone Company insisted that managers needed both the technical skills of the classical theory and the human relations approach. This was the basis for the behavior science approach. This approach also draws heavily upon the work of Maslow and his need hierarchy. This suggests that managers should eliminate barriers to basic needs in order for organizational goals to be met. Modern views of organizational theory are built on a foundation of school improvement, a democratic community, and social justice. A focus on school improvement has been brought to light with each renaming of legislation. No Child Left Behind, the waiver, and most currently, the Every Student Succeeds Act. Administrators are expected to make decisions based on data and serve as instructional leaders while creating a democratic community. Establishing a democratic community is based on acceptance and celebration of differences, while linking the school, community, and larger global community. The heart of a democratic community is social justice, the founding reason for public schools. And yet, the U.S. educational system has systemically embedded institutional racism through assumptions, practices, policies, and procedures, and structures of schooling.
Some of the most respected leaders of our time have defined leadership as Peter Drucker, the only definition of a leader is someone who has followers. Warren Bennis, leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Bill Gates, as we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. And John Maxwell, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Taking the best from each definition, leadership is the process of influence, which maximizes the efforts of others toward the achievement of a goal. Traditional leadership styles include authoritarian leadership, leaders who are directive, unilateral decision makers who take responsibility for tasks. Democratic leadership, leaders who encourage group decision making, and subordinates are encouraged to express their ideas and make suggestions. Laissez-faire leadership, leaders who give complete freedom to the group and subordinates make all decisions individually. Studies found that subordinates prefer the democratic style best and preferred laissez-faire leadership over authoritarian. Authoritarian leadership resulted in frustration, aggression, and apathetic behavior.
Modern researchers suggest that a leadership style is contingent upon the situation. Path-goal theory is one contingency theory. This theory includes 4 types of leadership behavior: directive, supportive, participative, and achievement-oriented. The path-goal theory suggests that a leader has developed all 4 styles and can adapt his or her style to the given situation. Adaptive leadership research has been led by Ron Heifetz and Marty Linsky. Heifetz and Linsky suggest that adaptive leadership creates environments that are more easily innovative and able to adapt to complex change. Adaptive leadership recognizes 2 types of problems: technical and adaptive. Technical problems are situations in which the problem and solution are clear and within the skill set of the team. Adaptive problems are generally vague and require a change in beliefs or mindsets in order to solve the problem. Adaptive leaders possess the following abilities: high emotional intelligence, organizational justice, leadership development, and a deep sense of character. New leadership research focuses on culturally responsive leadership. Culturally responsive leaders develop and support school staff while promoting a school climate that is welcoming, inclusive, and accepting of minoritized students. A Minnesotan researcher, Muhammad Khalifa from the University of Minnesota, has conducted studies that analyze the traits necessary to be a culturally responsive leader. His research suggests leaders start with critical self-reflection of their own beliefs and biases. Next, leaders should support and contribute to culturally responsive teaching within their system. Finally, Khalifa suggests leaders also promote culturally responsive school environments, both within the school climate and within the larger community.
We've shared various leadership theories with you during this lecture. Did a specific theory connect to your everyday experience in schools? Perhaps one of the theories will be the grounding for your dissertation as you move forward in your research. Is there a theory that piques your interest or perhaps begs for more discovery?